You modeled reinforcement in Revit, and now you can simply not see the rebars as you would like. I feel you. In this tutorial, we're gonna look at how we can write a Dynamo script that can be used in Dynamo Player and that can select all different types of reinforcement, like path reinforcement, area reinforcement, and so on, and can set all of those unobscured and solid in a view. So we are using the same file as we did for the last tutorial about visibility settings in Revit. Now I did a little bit of a change here, and that is that I added some fabric areas, some path reinforcement, and also some area reinforcement, but you cannot really see them here. And that's the point, because today we want to show how we can change the visibility settings in Revit with Dynamo, just the same as we did last time. And I want to show that our script can be used for different types of reinforcement. So just to show you what I have modeled here in wireframe, the reinforcement is here, but we just cannot see it in realistic view. And then also I didn't model it any different. I can just do it again. I delete the path reinforcement, I go to structure and model path reinforcement again, just for this slab, select one line here. All right, and now this is my preset. So once you model reinforcement, after you have modeled it, you cannot really actually see it, except you're in wireframe mode. So now today we're going to develop this tool which enables us to quickly change the visibility. All right, and in order to do so, we are going to the Manage tab up here, and then in the right corner we click on Dynamo, and this will open up Dynamo. Just sometimes takes a little bit of time to open up. Okay, so once it's opened up, we simply click on New, because we want to create a script from scratch. And then I'm just gonna align our model with Dynamo so that we can see both at the same time. As always, the first thing that we're gonna do in here is we just click from automatic to manual. And then again, as in the other tutorials, you need to install the structural design package. In order to do so, click on packages, then search for a package, and then up here, type in structural design. Right now it's syncing with the server. Let's give it some time. Okay, and now we just type it in. Structural design, and then we have it here. It's the second one by Thomas Fudala, and simply click on this arrow and then it's getting installed. I've done it already, so I'm not gonna reinstall it. All right, now we want to build a little script that is not only changing the visibility settings for one rebar category, like area reinforcement or path reinforcement, but we want to select a bunch of objects, and then we want only the rebars to change the visibility graphics. All right, so what I mean by that is we simply look for select model elements, in that case plural elements, and unfortunately my Dynamo is really slow today. Select it's Friday, so it's all right. I guess Dynamo is already looking forward for the weekend. All right, now here select model elements. We are using this one. And what I want to do is I want to have the input as select. And then I want to be able to select a lot of objects and maybe also objects that are not reinforcement. So if we have a look at what we selected here. So yeah, now if we let this run, then we can see actually what categories we have got here, like what model elements. And we got some rebar and system, we got area reinforcement. This is one of the elements we're looking for. Fabric area, and we also got some path reinforcement. What I also like to do is to show at the beginning where we're heading and what we actually want to change. So we actually want to change the visibility, and for that we need a node that is kind of doing that for us. So in that node you will find that under the structural design package, then rebar, and then create. And then we got a few subfolders here again. One of those is area reinforcement, and then we get set unobscured in view and set solid in view. We simply click on those because those nodes are actually changing our area reinforcement. So the input needs to be an area reinforcement, otherwise it's not working, and a view. And then we have a default value of true here if we want to have it solid, or in this node unobscured. And then we have basically have the same for fabric area, set unobscured in view and set solid in view, and also for path reinforcement. So we simply click on those, and for now we're just dragging them over there because we need to build some steps before we're going to use them. Okay, so now we have our model elements, and what we need to do in between here is we need to sort them after their categories, their element types, and then those element types can go into area reinforcement, fabric area, and path reinforcement. Okay, so let's build that. First off, we are transforming all of our elements to a string. We're using string from object for that. Where is it? String from object. All right, so that we get just text. And then what we're doing next is that we're looking for those names, so that the string contains, it's called contains, here we go, that those strings are containing certain words. And for that we use code block. So double click on the user interface, then this pops up, and now we are looking for area reinforcement. Be careful here, it really needs, it doesn't have, it should, the spelling must be correct, otherwise it's not gonna work. We're also looking for fabric area, and we're looking for a path reinforcement. All right, and now basically we're copying with Control C, Control V, copying, pasting those down here. And now we are searching for area reinforcement, fabric areas, and path reinforcement. Okay, let's take a break, let it run, and see what we get here. And now you can see what we get. We get false, except for the value that is true. In this case, we were looking for path reinforcement, and that is the index 33. And you can also see that path reinforcement is here at number 33. So that worked pretty well. Now we need to get the elements. So far, we just have a list of true and false. And for that, we are using filter by bool mask. Yes, there we go. Again, we are using that 3 times. Using it here. I'm just gonna give us a bit more space here. And now, so the list is going to be our elements that we want in the end. So all those elements that we select. And then the mask is our bool. So if something is true, we get in. If something is false, we get out. Let's try and run this. And actually, we only should get the area reinforcements now. Now we have a dictionary, and there we go. We only got the area reinforcement. Now we take this input and connect it to our area reinforcement, set unobscured in view. And one more input that we need over here is we need to tell Dynamo in which view we want to have it unobscured. So therefore we're going to this select views thing, and then in our case it's this 3D view. You can see the name over here. Now we take this, put it into views, and again here we have a default value of true, so we can leave it as it is. And now let's run it and see what is going to happen. And there we go. Now it's unobscured. I hope you saw the difference. Let's go one step back and do it again. Okay, it's not visible. Let's run it again. And now we can see it. But it's still lines, and we want it as solid as well. So we're basically doing here the same with set solid in view, and then we're just using this view, using it in the same view, and run it again. And it has completed. Let's run it again. Didn't do much. Oh, somehow the view didn't stick with this node. Let's run it again. And that is nice. And now it's also solid in this view. All right, now basically we're doing the same with the others. Very quick. So the bool is the mask, the bool is the mask, and we take this list. It's basically the same list, and put it in here. Now we have in for fabric area, and we have again the same view that goes in all of those, and then the same fabric area here, and then we have path reinforcement. All right, so let's go all the steps back and let's see how it's going to change. Let's run it. And you can see at the fabric area, it's unobscured in a realistic visibility mode, and it's solid. Same goes for the path reinforcement here. Unobscured and solid, and then also the area reinforcement, of course. Now, as we saw in the introduction, we also want to make it as a Dynamo script that runs with Dynamo Player, so that we actually can leverage it even more. To do so, we say this is an input, select model element, and views is an input. And we're going to save the script. Yes, let's go to visibility, save it here. All right. Now we close Dynamo. We are going a few steps back so that it's as it was in the beginning. Yes, so that everything is hidden. And now we are using Dynamo Player. Let's just select Dynamo Player. Again, it takes a little bit of time to open it up. Alright, now Dynamo Player opened up for me, and now we just need to go to this folder where we saved it. So I'm going to this folder. No, it's not on my C drive. It is in my... There we go. YouTube. Reinforcement, visibility. Click on OK. And now we need to select this tiny little edit input. And we need to select all the objects. Okay. Select it, and now we need to select the view. Of course, it's the same view now. And hit run. And see what's going to happen. Again, you can see that my Dynamo doesn't have the best performance today. Maybe because it's Friday, who knows. But usually with good PCs, it's a matter of seconds. Okay, let's see what happened. And there we go, we see that it's beautiful, solid and unobscured for all three of our different reinforcement categories. I hope this tutorial was useful for you. If it helped you, then please click the like button. It gives me the feedback that my videos are actually helping the community and that I can produce more of those kind. If you want to learn more about reinforcement in Revit, there will be a link in the description below to a YouTube playlist with more videos to this topic. And in the future, there will come more of reinforcement tutorials for Revit, but also about Dynamo optimization. So stay tuned, and I see you in the next one.